Hi. When is the last time you actually sat back and thought, what am I passionate about? What do I really want? What do I desire? If you think about it, maybe when you were a kid or something like that, or, we say we're going to do all these things or be this or be that and things like that. But over time, we fall into this trap that you really can't do that unless you're extremely smart or sure you can do this or you can go to that or you can solve these many equations that and the other. And what it does is it kind of puts us all into categories. But in reality, you can only be put into a category or um, a certain level of thinking if you allow it to. It took me a long time to realize that. But just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's true. Just because somebody says that's not achievable doesn't mean it's not. Just because somebody may have said that that's unrealistic doesn't mean it's not realistic at all. We need to stop allowing people and influence to um, tell us how to think and what we want to do, and go back into our imaginations, go back into our mind and our thoughts, and really sit there and think, what am I passionate about? If I could do anything, and I mean there's no limit, if you could sit back and take out everything that ever anything that ever told you that you can't do something, or any type of block that was ever entered into your mind, or any type of fear that you may have had or have about making a maybe a different path or different course. If you could take it all away and you could truly release it all and tell yourself what it is that you want to do or what it is you're passionate about, what would that be? Find it. And if it's is what you're passionate about, and it's what you're doing, terrific. Stay with it and do it stronger. But if it's not, which probably most people are in that position, I definitely was. That's how I found this. That's how I found my passion, what it is that I want to do, was by really giving that time and that dedication to myself and discovering who I really am and who I want to be, how I want to change. Why do I want to change? Why do I want to be this or that? Well, how do I want to think? And if I want to think that way, how do I find the reading material, the education, the lessons, the talks, the podcasts, the audiobooks, everything that I want? How do I find that? And you have to do the research, and you have to look within yourself, and you have to discover what it is that you're passionate about. For me, when I found it, I wanted to very much talk and speak about just more or less positive mindset development, but to get even deeper, I wanted to get into inner awareness because that's was the most powerful moments for me on my path. I remember very clearly. I was exercising, I was running, and when I was trying to find out, I literally asked myself this question: "What am I passionate about now?" And it came to me that I want to talk about this because I became so educated in it, and not only read, listened to hundreds of books, and just made it every part of my life and teach my children and everything like that. I knew that I could do it. I just had to take the steps to do it. And I had to trust myself. And I had to trust the process. And I had to be aware, and I had to let go and release fears. And I had to not allow any person or thought that was pre-programmed in my mind to tell me otherwise, because they're there and they will try to do that. It may not be a person, it may just be your internal thoughts. And they're there to protect you in reality. They're just there to protect you because that's how they were trained. And you trained them that way based on what you were told and what you heard through your life. And it takes a lot to break that down and get to the roots. And I'm not talking about surface level roots. I'm talking about breaking down serious barriers and serious fears and habits and ways of thinking, and becoming truly aware of not only your thoughts, but who you are. Who do you want to be? And then asking yourself, why do you even want that? Because it's not just, oh, I want to be rich. Great, great. So does everybody else. When you discover your passion, when you discover what you desire and what it is you really want to do, everything that you think about and you make happen bring about all of that because you're in this constant state of this positive, abundant alignment, and everything's going to match that frequency once you're there and you find it and you remain with it and stay dedicated to it, stay passionate about it. It will grow, it will glow, it will evolve, and it will make you better and better every day. But you have to stay true to it and you have to stay in alignment with it. And you have to be aware of your thoughts. Every time you're going to, and you will have thoughts along the way. If you stay committed to it, you will have thoughts that will come in and be like, is this worth it? After the 10th video and the 50th video where there's been one like, are you going to stay true to it? Because you know the end goal. You know where it is. You live that every day in your mind. Present reality shows you the end goal of where you see it. It doesn't matter where it is at the moment. It matters where you see it and how you live that life. That connects the dots. So if you can stay in alignment with that, it will all come together. I know this because it does. It's like 1 plus 1 equals 2. It just does. But you have to get passionate about it and you have to find what that is. And you have to live it in your mind in the present reality like it's right and like you could touch it. You could breathe it, feel it, and you can smell it, and you can enjoy it, and you're grateful for it. You're grateful for it. Doesn't matter if you can't see it in the physical, it's in your mind, and you're grateful for every moment, and you keep at it. So find out what your passion is, what you desire most. When you can find that, you could begin to build it. And you're not going to find it overnight. And don't try to find it overnight. And don't come tomorrow to me or anybody and say, "Oh, I found it." You didn't. You just didn't. It doesn't come. It's not going to come that fast. All right. And if it does, there's more. There's either more that's going to build on it, or more you need to find out about it to get more specific about it. Um, it just takes time, and it requires a lot of patience. A lot of patience. Being able to sit there alone with your own thoughts, not having them spiral, being able to sit in the quiet, meditate, all things that are going to help you find it. And I want you to find it because it's there. Everything you desire is there. It lives inside of you. You just have to wake it up. Be aware of your thoughts. Be aware of the voice you hear inside. Trust it. Listen to it. Don't wait on it. If you feel like, "Ah, maybe I should go for a walk," go for a walk in the woods or the forest or the trail or wherever. Go. It's your internal voice telling you to do this because it'll probably enlighten you to some type of path or information or something that's going to spark something inside of you that's going to lead you down the next path, the next answer. I know it because I not only have done it, but I do it. I still do it. Literally still do it. This morning, I had this, I don't know, something stirring in me that I just need to figure out. I don't even actually know the question, but I know I feel like there's this answer or something that's coming to me. And the first thing I got that I listened to was sit down and meditate. So instead of doing something else, I sat down and meditated, even if it's a few minutes. I didn't receive the answer right away, but I got a lot of clarity and it showed me that the path is coming easier. But you need to listen to yourself and you need to trust yourself. So do that. Comment. What is your passion? Like, subscribe, visit the webpage, www.mindprepacademy.com. We have a lot of things there. Obviously, the new coaching program. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a nice day.